Well, I can't believe this day has finally arrived. It is my new Lexus ISF. We're here with Glenn Sugai. He's the Lexus Field Support Manager. And I got to tip my cap to my good buddy Matt from Motorator, who was able to talk to his good friends over at Lexus and procure me this car for a number of months.
So no Chevy Volt for you?
No.
No Nissan Leaf?
No, no.
No Smart Car Electric?
No, no.
Thanks for coming back to the side of oil and fuel that,
yes,
you know, has something substantial.
Well, I said I need an M3 killer, and the good folks from Lexus stepped up. And I got to say, I've seen this car. I've seen it on Top Gear. I've seen it in the showrooms. I've never really gotten into it, and this, you got to go to adamcarolla.com and check out the CarCast, because the color is awesome. It is what color, Glenn?
Ultrasonic blue.
Ultrasonic blue.
All day.
And it was funny because when I was talking to Matt, they said, well, they got one. It's ultrasonic blue with alpine white. And I said, that is just funky enough to work. And something happened to me when I hit 40. I think it's called a midlife crisis. All of a sudden, I love white and red interiors. And look how hot this car looks with this alpine white leather on this ultrasonic blue.
It's a good combo. The color, the blue is awesome.
The things I will say about this car that I like a lot, I love BMWs and I love M3s, but when they take the M3 coupe and they sort of stretch it into the four-door, it's just like you put, it's like you took Morgan Fairchild and put an extra tit on her shoulder. Like it just, it's good, but it's not quite right. It was better before.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was better before. This IS sort of doesn't look like you changed it to get a door in. It looks like this is how it was because that's how it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is actually built on the GS platform, and it's a little bit smaller, shorter wheelbase. It's very tossable, and that's an ideal platform we had for a 416 horsepower V8 5-liter. 416
5-liter. So again, I know the competition is pretty much those M3s. They got about 400. They got a 4-liter V8,
right.
I do believe.
414 horsepower. Yeah.
You got, so you're right neck and neck. But I'm guessing you guys got a little more torque because you got another liter.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We have 371 pound-feet of torque at 5,200 RPM. So it's more like a American type muscle car, how it builds power.
But it's got that sweet sound to it. And who would have guessed, you know, Japanese throwing V8s all over the place, leading the NASCAR circuit, you know.
It's all
crazy.
Coming full
Japanese V8s. Americans trying to figure out an inline four.
It's fair turnabout because now we're dominating the drifting, I think, with the Mustangs. So, you know, it's a tough call.
Don't piss Glenn off.
Do you want NASCAR or do you want drifting?
In that tournament.
There you go.
Just give me a free car. Don't get him riled, you idiot. I love the vented and cross-drilled rotors. There's nothing worse than a beautiful sports car, and the first thing you look for is that rotor, and you don't see any daylight.
Iron.
Yeah, I don't see any daylight coming through that baby. Nice looking caliper. Also,
rim's a little reminiscent of a little like the LFA rim style.
Yeah.
With the same smoke finish.
Right.
Very tasteful.
We're
kissing ass here, but it is nice.
The smoke chrome.
Yeah. Made by BBS, so there's only one
really?
place. Yeah, one place that makes it in Japan for BBS.
And are these 19s or 20s?
These are 19s.
Mm-hmm. Usually they say 19 and a half and go, you're right, you're exactly right. These are 19s. Driveline 7-speed?
8-speed.
8-speed.
Yeah.
Look, can you get rid of maybe 3 or 4 of those?
No.
Because, you know, to keep it simple.
Yeah.
You know?
But don't just take them off the top. Get rid of 3, 5, and 7.
Yeah.
I like to guess when I'm shifting.
Yeah.
So it's an 8-speed, and it's got the flappy paddle gearbox, as they say over there on Top Gear. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing you can also just drive around in automatic mode.
Exactly. Yeah, you can put it in drive. It'll do everything without even thinking. Or you can control your own destiny for the gears.
I do tell all my slightly older, lazier friends when they talk about the paddle gear, and they go, oh, I like the stick shift. And I go, I like the stick shift too, but stick shift does not have an option where you push a button and you're full automatic, which especially out here in Southern California can be nice. And especially for me, it happened when I made the switch to automatic at some point when I started doing morning radios, and just a big mug of coffee in your hand, a 445,
Phone and
over, just got thrown off of Dancing with the Stars. I'm in no mood. Rear defroster's not kicked in yet. I'm trying to back down my driveway. You don't want to be feathering a clutch at that point. Not that this has one to feather. Right. Well, if it does, it's somewhere hidden where my foot can't find it. I know it's just a loaner, but I'm going to go with the cold air cone filter induction. Yeah. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna breathe on the throttle bodies just a little bit, just massage them a little air.
I got the. I also got the blue.
You got the NOS.
The blue NOS purge kit with the blue LED that when you purge, it throws the steam out, and old school neon under the car. We got this.
Glenn, nothing we can't undo.
That's
what I'm saying.
I got you. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
The blue and blue neon.
Give me a day's notice. We'll have my guys undo this stuff. No
and the
problem.
bullet hole stickers will come right off.
My fingernail will take that crap off. Yeah, Fast Five's coming out. We got to stay with the times. So really, nothing to do here. Battery up front.
You got like that. Cables.
Hey, everybody. Right. Yeah, I know. I have an Aston Martin that has a battery under the seat, and they give you a terminal to clip onto here, except for it's buried an inch deep in a little piece of round PVC tube, and you can't get the clip on it. I look, call me old-fashioned. I like to be able to get to the battery.
Yeah. Well, it's functional. That's what it is.
Yes.
It's really functional.
You can add a little fluid if you like up front. I notice it's purple. I don't know if that's water wetter or what the hell.
Well, it's what they call SLLC. It's a super long life coolant that we use in all of our engines now.
We'll be draining that.
Yeah, no, I'm putting water wetter. No, because if you spill that on the track, you're going to...
I get it.
Yeah, not legal
I didn't hear that.
for track use.
So, and speaking of maintenance, how often and what oil do you run, do you know?
Yeah, it's 0 winter 20, I believe. Yeah,
it's synthetic.
Yeah, synthetic oil, and there's a dipstick right there. Other than that, and the super long life coolant and the brake fluid there, and the windshield washer fluid. It's
like designed to keep you out, kind of, you know.
Yeah. It's basically
pros handling.
Yeah, and pretty much you won't have much for the pros to do. It's been proven for quite a while now.
And it's pretty in terms of I'm trying to think, a modern high-tech 4-valve V8.
Right.
For oil change aside and filter change aside, what needs to be done to the motor in terms of just maintenance? Is there any adjustment, any valve adjustment?
Well, that occurs.
That
occurs, but the inspection only, and that occurs at extended intervals.
You'll have turned that car well in before.
Yeah.
They won't see. They'll find the damage way after you kick it back.
Really?
Yeah. Get the bleach. We're doing burnouts.
Okay.
This sort of bumper bead is ingenious because everyone loves a low-profile tire, but everyone is getting their rims just tore up, and this buys you a nice...
Replace a $300 tire versus a $9,000 rim.
Nice little 9/16 of love here, and it doesn't look bad. It doesn't ruin the look or the profile or anything, and you just realize, you can kiss the curb a little.
As a matter of fact, I felt the love last night. I was driving one of these, and I did have a little bumptious on the right rear, and then there's nothing. It hit the tire, but not the rim.
I probably shouldn't say anything, but I will. I'm going to toss some center lines on this thing with some torque thrust tires.
BF Goodrich Comp TAs?
No, Mickey Thompson. Fun and Mud.
Fun and Mud.
Is that what they're called?
Mud Whomper 2s or something like that.
This is gorgeous. Wow, these bolsters are nice on the seat.
Yeah, they do a nice job holding you, making you stay put. This key, by the way, is multifunctional. You don't have to go look for it. With a full smart key, you don't have to ever look for it. You can keep it in your pocket or you keep it in your wall, whatever you do, and you just get in and out of the car with no problem whatsoever. It senses the key, and you can even program how the doors lock and unlock too with this key in 5 seconds at the door. So
wow,
yeah, this is no extra charge too. This comes standard with the car.
The got the push button start.
Right.
push the same button to stop the car.
Exactly.
Put your foot on the brake. I'm guessing that only makes sense. Ooh, heat seaters, seat heaters, heat seaters. You know what I'm saying? I got to tell you, I know I sound like the ugliest of all Americans, but I got used to that seat heater. It's nice.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
I started using it a little more than I'm willing to admit. Even on warm days, I still like that feeling. You know, the problem with the cars now, like, well, here's my problem. It's the same problem I have with the toilets that flush automatically. Half of them don't flush automatically. Now, once you get used to the ones that flush automatically, you just walk away, right?
Yeah.
So I get used to driving my wife's car, and that thing's like an 010 Jag, and I put the thing in reverse, and I'm just backing up. You know, and every time I'm not even looking anywhere. I just start backing up, and I wait till I hear something. I drive that car around for a couple days, then I jump into my car that doesn't have it, throw it in reverse, and peel out. Right. And there goes the dog. The point is, once you get used to that, it's hard. And I hate to say it, because it was one of these things where when all that little sensor devices and all that kind of stuff were like, hey man, they're telling you how to drive and all that, when that came around, I was always against it. I like that little backup beeper thing now.
Real useful, especially when you hear that constant tone. That means
that means the dog.
That means the dog is dead.
That's the sound of the dog flatlining.
Right.
I have it on the Excursion, and I could not drive that truck without that backup thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you'd have so many lawsuits.
That's
Sandy.
right.
I like the rear bucket with this sort of console in between. As a matter of fact, there's some sort of relationship between the amount of money you have and the amount of division between you and the other dude in the back seat.
It's like flying first class.
Yeah, you got that bench, you got nothing.
Yeah.
Remember we were looking at the Aston Martin the other day?
It's got huge.
Literally, you kept to knock on a window and a guy lowers it. Hello?
A refrigerator and a bar in there.
Some Grey Poupon. I love that back seat where it's your own bucket. I'm guessing those couple of rear headrests, you can slide them up into position if you like.
Exactly.
Ooh. It's got that same sort of LFA display. I'll let it warm up a little.
Yeah, you can tell that it's definitely, V8 iron in there.
Yeah. You ready, Gans?
Yep.
Wow. Just a V8 that red lines up at $7,000.
Oh yeah.
So that is nice. The Speedo, and I got to say, Gans, look at this is bold. I've never seen I will call this a luxury. It's a luxury brand. It's a sport coupe, but I would call it a luxury sport coupe. Have you ever seen a Speedo that's that much of a throwaway? I'm going to need a black piece of gaffer's tape to put over that in case Johnny Law pulls me over going, you get my hand. Listen, 10 and 2, okay? I can't see the thing. Wow, that is nice. And one thing we learned when we were driving the LFA is that the TAC literally couldn't keep up with the revs and the speed of the revs of the engine, and I don't know if that meant they went to I know it was electronic,
it's a digital TAC.
But it's a digital TAC. Oh, that is sweet.
It feels even better when it's connected to the powertrain.
I can only imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had an Audi with a nav system in it, and I could just never figure it out. Like, I'm a.
Well, let me ask you this. What are you going to use the nav for? You could talk to it, and it'll do what you want. Yeah, you say if it's too hot in here, it'll make the temperature lower by 3 degrees. It's too cold in here, it'll
chili
bump it up.
dogs.
Make my wife younger.
Oh, our heads in really different places. What? I'm thinking chili dogs. Get us to chili dogs.
Okay.
Tommy Burger.
Whoa, what happened?
Nothing. We got no food.
This is BS.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
We got no food, and your wife's still the same.
All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can make it work here.
Displaying dining icon.
Wow.
Every restaurant around you.
Insane. We only have taco trucks, but I know what you mean.
But you can find them.
Yeah, they're moving, though.
Plot course to taco truck.
Wow.
Or you can say it's too hot in here, it's too cold in here. You can say any number of things. You can put an address in right away.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you just say address and it'll just prompt you to. So.
Wow, because I got to see my Audi's like spin that wheel.
No, yeah, it's
go
nothing
around
like that.
to the letter, hit the thing.
Nothing like
and
that.
I know the way Audi's thinking was there's no way a guy as stupid as me is going to be able to afford this car, so this will take care of itself. But they didn't count on the Ace Man breaking through.
Well, what temperature do you like it normally in here?
I'd say 70.
70 degrees? Okay, when that beep hits, say
70.
70 degrees.
Man.
What a time we're living in.
yeah, I'll tell you.
Glenn, this is excellent. I had the Audi S4, and there's plenty of car, and I liked it. It's about 3-4 years old, and I turned it in, and I said, you know what? This time I'm just gonna get like a Mini Coupe or something. I'm just gonna get a little something I can move around in. I'm not going in any long hauls, and then you get in those little crap boxes, and it's not that they're a crap box, but when you climb into a $17,000 car, it's a $17,000 car, and there's just no real way around that.
Yeah.
You just can't help it. It just is, even the stuff. And you realize it's been a while. I got my wife's friend's Honda, whatever, the newer one. It's a nice-looking car inside or whatever the heck it is. And it's like, it looks pretty cool on the outside and stuff, but I drove it to the airport. It's like, it's a $21,000 car. It's as much as you can do for $21,000, but it's still a $21,000 car. The knobs are light. The steering feels a little iffy. When you punch it, you get the whoo-hoo, but nothing happens, And it's like, and then you start thinking, oh, okay, I guess what'd you want for, 19.5? This is not that. I love all the cool badging. I love the vented seats, and again, the Alpine white. Look out, world. Well, Gans, once again, you got screwed.
Yep.
So in review, it's the ISF. It's the M3 eater from our good friends over at Lexus, and they're going to let me drive it around on what we would call a long-term test drive. I want to thank the good folks at Beverly Hills Lexus. No, Lexus of Beverly Hills. Yeah. That sounds better. It makes you sound like a jeweler.
Lexus,
you know what I mean? Beverly Hills for bringing the car by, and we'll be keeping you guys posted. I'll be telling you what I like and what I like more about this car.
And we get the sucker airborne, man.
Oh, look out, Glenn.
Yeah.
You're going to lose your job for sure.
So the X Games are coming up. There's nothing in the contract that states clearly that a spirited drive.
It's from the home of the drifter. Come on. Besides, the Fast Five's coming out soon, and we got to hop on that bandwagon.
we got to start getting ready for that.
Yeah. Thanks, Glenn.